And when it's really quiet like this to start and it's really wet, you can't really hear the deer. You don't know if anything's close. They're like ghosts out there. So the preferred method here to try to communicate was not to get the black rack out. I didn't really want to give the position away, but I just took the extinguisher out and I did a couple of light calls. It was the doe bleat. We're just coming into the pre-ruts. We want to do some estrus doe bleats. We have a scrape line right around us, a horseshoe of scrapes right around us. And then I did some immature buck runs just to kind of, a buck's coming through the area, checking scrapes, maybe checking on these does. So we're sitting there waiting just a few minutes after this calling sequence, and we start to hear a noise, but it's not a deer, it's actually a squirrel. And it starts doing the alarming chirping, that alarming sound. And they're basically telling all the other animals that there's something here, there's danger, there's something going on, I don't like it. And we look over, and out comes a big rack popped right out of the woods. This is some of the coolest buck footage we've ever captured. He comes out, he just starts shaking all that rain off that's been building up on him the past few hours. He takes his head and starts spinning that rack, extremely aggressive, blowing all the rain off, trying to dry off. That was awesome. And this is where the proper setup with that wind really comes into play, because the wind was blowing directly where that buck entered when the rain was going on. And now when the rain stopped, the wind was in our face, even blowing off to our left a little bit. So the wind was bad for us in the beginning when we were setting up, but the key is to set up to where the wind is now in your favor for when the rain stops. And this buck starts coming around, circling to where our wind just was prior, and he starts hitting all the scrapes, looking for where this buck is, trying to figure out what deer is in his area.